Hello everyone, this is Jonathan from MTG Modern Ad Nauseam, and welcome to League 4 Match 3. We won the die roll, and we are getting something that's not looking too bad. 2 land, 3 mana, already 1 interaction, 1 serum vision. I will keep this. Double Ad Nauseam, it's not that bad if we want to. Double Ad Nauseam is great when we want to use the second one for value if we're not playing against aggro. So let's try that. Let's try that. When I can get my turn 1 serum vision, I feel usually confident. So our opponent has mulligan to 5. And I'm going to start with City of Brass because it might be a long way before we get to combo and we want to keep the counter. So I will just use my life as resources here. And we get Lotus Bloom, which is great. We get Angel Grace, which is amazing. And we get Pact of Negation. We want to get this on top. We want to do a top. And we want to draw Angel Grace second, just in case we're playing against this card. So we're gonna put on top of our library and put on top of our library, especially because we already have the right amount of mana. Put on top of our library. Okay, suspend Lotus Bloom and pass the turn. Looking very good. Even if we play against this card, he's gonna have to discard 2 things, and we're playing against Affinity. So it's just going to be a matter of speed and knowing that we can Pact of Negation something there on turn 3. And we're just going to... So if they cast something on turn 3 that can end up killing us, we can just double pact technically. And doesn't seem to be the best start I've seen with Affinity. Is mulligan to 5, so it's definitely not a great hand for him. So I'm just gonna pass, and we get our Angel Grace. Our Lotus Bloom is coming next turn, and we have nothing to do. So we can just simply pact our way through and win that match very, very quickly. And our opponent doesn't seem to have anything good. Alright, so he might have something to destroy our Lotus Bloom. Cast. And we're back in our main phase. What do I want to do here? Just simply do City of Brass or use Simian Spirit Guide. I don't think it matters. I'll just put City of Brass because anyway, even if we want to use a land drop, that would be the kind of land drop we want to use. Okay, so let's do the combo and start with Angel Grace. Wait. Black. Why is the second one? This City of Brass is not very... Okay, so he's on F6 mode. I pause and I will be back shortly. Here it is. Let's go to sideboarding. Alright, so what can we do against Affinity? Slow the Pact is great if we want to slow the Pact, for example. Inkmoth Nexus. Thoughtseize on... I would say Thoughtseize when we're on the draw. That's looking very bad. Leyline of Sanctity is looking bad. Patrician Scorn is looking bad. Pact of Negation is looking bad. Echoing Truth is looking good. We can just bounce on things just to gain some turn. And I guess we're just gonna Pact of Negation is looking not that bad because it will bring counter spell. He might have a spell pierce or something, so we're happy. And because we need to be fast, we want to keep our spell, so we have 2 cards to remove. Mikokoro, we keep removing this Mikokoro. I think we're just gonna have to simply bring the another Fraction in Life. It's always, now we would like to have 4, for example. It's always looking much better to have the full playset of Fraction in Life, and this Mikokoro is just situational. 1 card to remove. 1 card to remove. Do we want to run double spells? I guess that's how we're gonna do it. Or we could just run 2 Pact of Negation, but yes, it sounds to be we want more speed and a bit less interaction. These two Pact of Negation can be useful against Affinity. We can't forget they play pretty much 5 color, so they could have Dispel as well. That wouldn't be a bad spell from Affinity to have. Dispel, Spell Pierce, they can play Negate, they can play pretty much all the counter spell that requires only 1 blue. That would have been a stupid idea. Alright, so our opponent mulligan to 5, we can't forget that. We had a very, very good hand, so this match, game number 1 was easy. But a few things went our way. Okay, so our opponent is struggling. No, I think we all zero. Is this thing whether or not to play first? Okay, I'll just pause just in case he's out of the computer or something, and we'll be back in a sec. All right, our opponent has finally come back. How does that hand looks like? It looks like a beautiful hand. It looks like a potential turn for kill again. A lot of mana, probably a bit too much, but we have one ad nauseam. We just need to get our white piece of combo, and we're good to go. So I'm really happy with that. Double bloom is definitely not necessary, but an Angel Grace here would have been beautiful. That would have been a perfect hand, pretty much. Yep, Mem Knight, you can do your shenanigan turn 1 if you have anything stupid to do. And hey, and here it is. Okay, now that's fairly lucky here. And we have nothing to do turn 1, so Temple of Deceit. We haven't quite won yet, but we'll be able to go through Spell Pierce pretty well with all that mana, because we're gonna get turn 2 Petal Prism. One thing as well, Affinity, I didn't mention it, and it's my fault, but Affinity plays a couple of Thoughtseize, as far as I know. Okay, so we still run the risk to die before we get to combo, but that's also a possibility. There will be a turn 3 kill from Affinity. That's totally possible. Usually when they have an early kill, it's because of Ink Moss Nexus, Cranial Plating in here. They will still attack for 1, 2, 3, for 6 next turn. So let's be careful of that. Do we want to do Prism, or do we want to do Sleight of Hand? I guess we have far enough mana here. I want to go Sleight of Hand and Fear Action and Life put in hand. Beautiful. So we're just gonna go Fear Action and Life next turn. Yep. Let's go. Okay. That's very good, because you can Fear Action and Life next turn and survive pretty much. Yeah, our opponent is not having the affinity start that he needs. Not quite. It's not bad. It's not a bad start. Definitely not. But that's not quite what he needs against when we have so much when we have our turn 4 kill. City of Brass, Fractional Life. Because he might actually have it. He might actually have the turn 3 kill. Yeah, he is. No, he doesn't have the turn 3 kill. That's for sure. But he might actually have the turn 4 kill while we are in our turn 3. He might have 11 damage next turn, depending on what he has in his hand. But because of Fear Action now, it's a whole new story. He can still get rid of it. He still has an out here, I guess. If he can get rid of this and deal damage, because if he managed to do 7 damage at Galvanic Blast, it would have been good enough. And if he's holding Spell Pierce, it's just not gonna do it at all. Anyway, even double Spell Pierce will work, assuming we don't top deck a land. Anyway, he doesn't have the mana for it. Alright. If our opponent has actually a Galvanic Blast, let's we don't even need to do the count. We can just let it. Three. If he actually has a Galvanic Blast in hand, we are extremely lucky. Extremely lucky. Lotus Bloom. So like I mentioned, if our opponent is playing a negate or a dispel, then he has it. So let's not be too confident. Because he's been holding, he has 3 cards in hand, he's been holding the mana, so he might just be holding this. He might have just 3 Galvanic Blast as well and realize that. And we get our Pact of Negation. Okay, so that's just extremely lucky here what we've just witnessed. So no, I don't undo. I don't even need to go unlife. Oh, he might hold something like a Destroy Enchantment as well. He might just hold that. So we're gonna go triple black here. Then we're gonna get some blue and white, and we have the City of Brass for our white mana for Angel Grace if it ever get to there. Ad Nauseam. So does he have something? That was extremely lucky draw. Even though we might not even need this Pact of Negation, it's just the fact that we got this Fear Action in life saved our life here. Because I'm expecting him to have a Galvanic Blast in his hand. 3 cards, and it's been a while that he's holding this card, it seems like. So it's definitely not a land. Galvanic Blast, or maybe a Master of Ethereum. If he orders the other 3 mana costs, he might just be short of mana for these cards. But yeah, we haven't seen any what's called the Mox Oppo. So we haven't witnessed that's very fast, very impressive start. They can kill you turn 3, whether or with Infect. I think he can even kill. There's some kill 2 Infect. If he has a very lucky start. So we haven't witnessed that at all. Yeah. And that's definitely what he needed here. Okay, so I'll just just pause this. Maybe our opponent is just angry. Like I mentioned, sometimes it happens. People just want to make my life difficult because they don't like losing against Ad Nauseam. So you don't need to go through that. I'll be back when he decides he wants to play Magic. Thank you. Alright. So he's decided to do something. He wants to put counters with his Ravager. Always yield. That's fine. Yes, I want my Ad Nauseam to resolve still. So he just moved the counter. Don't know what he's trying to do. Sacking all his artifacts. And stubborn denial. Beautiful. That's amazing deck tech here. And I think there is one thing to say. We've just been extremely lucky. He's just done. I didn't know that deck tech, to be honest. I used to play Affinity, but before that card was even printed, so I didn't know they were going for it. So we got our Pact of Negation the turn before, and that's just gonna be what should save us here. I don't think he can do anything with one colorless mana. Yeah, that was just very lucky. Yeah, and now I can pause for the combo. And here he goes. Our opponent decided to concede in the middle of our Lightning Storm. Okay, so he maybe wanted to make sure that I discard the right number of land because he was on 25 life. So not too far from the critical points. Still quite a bit to go because we are playing a 20 land. We have 3, so we have 17 land in our deck, and we need 11. 11 is exactly 25 damage, so which means that we have 6 left. 6 left in our deck, and then if we discard the 2 lands, that's just not gonna make it anyway. So that's third win in a row, and we've only lost 1 game over the last 3 matches. So I would say we're starting to experience the power of Ad Nauseam, and the fact that we can beat Affinity twice in a row. Well, in a row, yeah, we face Affinity. It's the second time we face Affinity with this channel. That's very good. That's very good to know, because Affinity is it's a problematic. It's a problematic deck for a lot of deck, and the fact that we can manage to go through it, it's something that's very important. Let's not forget why we're here at the moment. 3-0. We got lucky. Let's be honest. We got a very good draw this game, but even then, we still, even if we don't have lucky draw, we still have a game of 3, and we're on the draw. Sorry, we're on the play, so we'll still have a fair chance to win, even though we don't have that much luck. So yeah, very happy with this 3-0 at this stage. So we're still looking good for a potential 5-0, hopefully, and we'll just get our points back. So anyway, we can just pay for the next league with these winnings. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy seeing Ad Nauseam performing like that. There will be other league. I'm already telling you that there will be league when it's gonna be the other way, when we can't get this second piece of combo and we might just get trashed doing nothing. It will happen, but that's what I like about Ad Nauseam. Is very polarized, and usually if the luck is with us, we are unstoppable. While sometimes when you play other deck, sometimes against some matchup, luck is just not enough. In here, with Ad Nauseam, just give us a bit of luck, and we'll go through anything. So looking good, looking strong. Hopefully we get other good matchup. I wouldn't say Affinity is a good matchup. It's around 50-50, I guess. But our first 2 matches were definitely good matchup. All right, let's see you soon in game number 4 of this league number 4. Thank you very much for watching.